The sacred Niranjara River, a silver ribbon under morning sun, mirrored the serene sky, while birds and graceful deer drank peacefully along its banks. A soft, fragrant breeze stirred ancient leaves. Amidst this natural peace, a solitary figure sat, radiating a fragile yet powerful aura. This was Siddhartha, transformed by relentless seeking, now poised on a monumental truth. His emaciated form showed his arduous journey. From his skeletal frame emanated inner light, a quiet intensity. He wasn't yet Buddha, but truth felt closer than ever. 6 grueling years pushed his body to endurance limits. He embraced extreme austerities, famine, sleeplessness, breathlessness, crushing the body. Now, beneath a salatu, strengthened by Sajata's military, a profound new understanding stirred within his weary heart. This nascent understanding, a profound shift from lived experience, offered revolutionary insight into existence and suffering, departing from past extremes. This pivotal realization, a path of wisdom and practical application, would reshape the world's spiritual landscape, revered as the middle way. Siddhartha closed his eyes, drawing inward, beginning deep reflection on his extraordinary life, traversing the winding path of his past. He recalled his opulent palace youth, a gilded cage shielding him from suffering. Memories flooded back, painting a life devoid of pain. He remembered lavish comfort, silk curtains rippling, dancers swaying, performing solely for his pleasure, feasts brimmed with delicacies and rare wines. His days were a ceaseless pursuit of refined pleasure, an unbroken chain of delightful sensations, ensuring no discontent pierced his gilded illusion. Meticulously manicured, eternally blooming palace gardens epitomized artificial perfection. They appeared perpetually in spring, untouched by decay. Every leaf, petal, blossom seemed eternally fresh, meticulously maintained to exclude impermanence. Time paused in this bubble of cultivated beauty. Since birth, he was wrapped in unending pleasure, comfort, luxury, every desire met, discomfort averted, creating external perfection. Yet, despite boundless indulgence, persistent unease festered, his heart felt hollow, an emptiness no external gratification could fill. His introspection shifted sharply to brutal self-denial, a conscious rejection of comfort, embracing hardship after his pampered youth. He sought to conquer suffering head-on, believing intense torment could transcend bodily limits, unlocking spiritual truth, a radical departure. He recalled relentless hunger gnawing his bones, eroding strength, his body with it to a skeletal frame, each breath an effort. This deliberate privation, driven by belief, sought ultimate liberation, a desperate attempt to starve the ego into submission. Breathlessness was vivid, suffocating life, blackness clouding vision, pushing his body to limits through ascetic practices. Pain pulsed relentlessly. Every fiber screamed in protest. Yet he persisted, convinced only excruciating suffering could attain insight, a paradoxical pursuit of peace. He pushed his physical form to the brink, subduing it to a shadow of light, believing this would free his mind. Despite extreme efforts and suffering, the elusive truth remained hidden, just beyond his reach, stubbornly refusing to reveal itself. A harsh realization settled, both pleasure and torture failed him. Indulgence brought emptiness, self-denial yielded no awakening. Neither extreme path held the key, each was a cul-de-sac, trapping him in suffering, not leading to the peace he craved. Between extremes, a different understanding shimmered faintly, like sunlight breaking through murky water, an intuition of a new path. This nascent insight promised delicate balance, a harmonious middle ground where true wisdom could flourish, unburdened by excesses, a true inner compass. The river's gentle, murmuring voice seemed to speak, its current carrying a profound message, a wisdom imbued by the natural world. Flowing water, neither rigid nor chaotic, embodied natural equilibrium, a dance between force and surrender, a timeless lesson overlooked. The river's silent wisdom, life flows best in balance. This truth resonated, illuminating the core principle of healthy existence. Like the river harmonizing with its landscape, human life needs equilibrium. Extremes of indulgence or deprivation disrupt natural harmony. As insight glowed, a cherished childhood memory rose, a serene afternoon watching a musician diligently tuning his lute. The craftsman's focused attention, delicate adjustments, subtle interplay of tension and release now held profound spiritual significance for him. He remembered the musician tightening and loosening strings. Too taut, they'd snap. Useless, too loose, no music, only a dull thud. It was a delicate interplay, a precise art of finding the optimal tension, allowing the lute to produce harmonious, melodious music. After years of wandering, that childhood memory struck him like lightning. Tuning a lute became a profound revelation. A perfect analogy. Wisdom lay not in extremes, but in the precise, harmonious point between them, a sweet spot of perfect resonance. His mind, like lute strings, if pulled too tight by pain and asceticism, would inevitably break. The human spirit has limits. Unbearable tension leads to fracturing, not liberation. This self-inflicted wound, disguised as discipline, led to destruction, not enlightenment. Conversely, a mind left too loose, lulled by unchecked pleasure, would grow dull, losing sharpness and spiritual vibrancy. Like a slack string producing no music, a mind numbed by comfort becomes inert, incapable of resonant wisdom for awakening. Then came the ultimate realization, transcending failures, but a mind in balance awakens. This profound truth brought clarity and liberation. It was skillfully navigating the middle path, finding equilibrium where the mind resonates perfectly, perceiving reality unclouded by extremes. As profound insight crystallized, his eyes slowly opened, weariness vanished, they shone with unprecedented, brilliant clarity, a radical shift. A veil lifted, revealing the world in new, unadulterated light, infused with deeper meaning, a silent symphony before his awakened senses. His voice, a whisper imbued with future wisdom, articulated, "This is the middle way," a profound discovery for millennia.
Is the middle way.
These simple words, an immense power, marked his quest's culmination, a quiet recognition of fundamental truth waiting to be revealed. At that pivotal moment, the forest exhaled in unison, a collective sigh of relief. Leaves rustled, branches swayed, resonating truth. Nature recognized this profound shift, celebrating the dawning understanding, promising balance and peace to countless beings yearning for liberation. Siddhartha slowly rose, no longer driven by ascetic urge or princely detachment, each step infused with profound, mindful awareness. His movement, perfectly balanced, was a physical manifestation of inner equilibrium, each footfall a conscious affirmation of his path. He walked, experiencing each step with newfound awareness, a delicate dance of intention and presence, his pace perfectly balanced. His rhythmic cadence mirrored inner harmony, each movement flowing effortlessly, connecting him deeply to earth, a conscious embodiment of mindful motion. This balance permeated his entire being, guiding his inner landscape. He observed thoughts, emotions without clinging, remaining centered, not clinging to desire, not clinging to rejection, balanced. This profound art of non-attachment, acceptance, was a liberated state. Every act embodied equilibrium. He breathed deeply, letting it flow naturally, steadily, neither forcing nor letting it wander. He drank water, neither indulging nor refusing. When he sat, neither collapsed nor stiffened. Each action was precise, perfect calibration. Every conscious action was guided by balance's wisdom, a profoundly liberating truth permeating his every fiber. It meant observing life without extremes, without attachment to pleasure or pain, seeing things in their impermanent, interconnected nature. As he practiced, miraculous, subtle changes unfolded, a gradual, organic transformation, like a seed blossoming into a magnificent flower. Inner turmoil dissipated, replaced by serene clarity permeating his consciousness, a testament to the power of his balanced approach. His thoughts, once chaotic, grew clearer, like muddy water settling, revealing pristine depth. Concentration deepened effortlessly. Most profoundly, his compassion expanded, embracing all living beings, a boundless empathy born from his journey and liberation path. For the first time, he felt truly, completely alive. Not superficial vibrancy, nor tormented aliveness, but a deep, holistic sense of being. It was authentic vitality, being wholly himself, unburdened by past identities or expectations, simply existing in perfect harmony. He was no longer defined by old roles, not as a prince, pampered in palace walls, nor as an ascetic, gaunt and enduring. Both identities shed like old skin, revealing an essence stripped bare of artifice, ready to embody higher truths, unconstrained and free. Instead, he was simply a seeker, walking truth's path with unwavering determination and profound humility, a pure vessel. This was his authentic self, unburdened by titles or dogma, in perfect alignment with cosmic flow, illuminating the path for others. In celestial realms, luminous devas watched earth with reverence. Ethereal light, infused with warmth, descended, acknowledging a profound event. A collective hush fell over heavenly spheres, anticipating a monumental spiritual moment, sensing the imminent dawn of new understanding. One celestial being, eyes shimmering, whispered, "He is approaching the path that all Buddhas walk," recognizing a timeless pattern. This confirms Siddhartha followed awakened beings,
He is
destined to
approaching
illuminate
the
universal
path
truths for
that
liberation.
all
A
Buddhas
moment etched
walk.
into cosmic fabric. Another Deva, voice resonating, answered, the middle way. This is the bridge between ignorance and enlightenment. Echoing celestially. This highlighted it as the essential
The
conduit,
middle way.
transcending delusion's darkness to perfect
This
wisdom's
is the
brilliant
bridge
shores.
between
A timeless truth
ignorance
revealed anew.
and enlightenment.
The wind stirred with deeper intention, carrying sacred stillness through the forest, a palpable sense of reverence upon the land. The air held its breath, infused with hushed awe, anticipating profound transformation. Every living thing recognized the impending spiritual dawn. The Bodhi tree's ancient leaves shimmered with otherworldly luminescence, vibrating softly in anticipation. Its gnarled branches leaned in. The sacred tree was preparing to bear witness to an unparalleled moment in spiritual history. A silent, living sentinel. Nature, in its boundless web of life, recognized and responded to this profound awakening. Existence aligned, charged with spiritual energy. It was a testament to interconnectedness, that his inner transformation resonated throughout the cosmos. A universal shift, cosmic harmony. Siddhartha spoke softly, a whisper carrying immense weight of future centuries. A foundational teaching for countless generations. His simple, concise words, pregnant with profound insight, were a timeless truth, an elegant trinity of understanding, a beacon of wisdom. He uttered
Release
cornerstone
the
words,
self
pleasure binds,
and
pain
find
blinds,
peace.
but balance liberates. This concise maxim encapsulated his journey. This revealed seductive chains of indulgence and torment's darkness, offering radiant freedom in the harmonious middle
Pleasure
path for spiritual
binds.
emancipation.
Pain
He saw with crystal
blinds,
clarity how countless beings
but
were trapped in
balance
relentless cycles of
liberates.
craving, a yearning for fleeting sensations. This intricate web of desires was the engine of suffering, driving unending pursuit and avoidance, chaining beings to endless dissatisfaction. He observed people running from discomfort, evading pain, exhausting themselves in futile chase. Simultaneously, they pursued delight with fervor. Inevitably, suffering circled back like an inescapable wheel, a relentless cycle endlessly returning, perpetuating perpetual disquiet. In Uruvela's profound quiet, beneath the Bodhi tree, he finally saw the intricate spokes of suffering's wheel with absolute clarity. He understood craving, attachment, dissatisfaction's interconnectedness, subtle mechanisms binding beings to cyclic existence. A profound, direct insight. With clarity came a liberating insight: freedom lies not in running, but in understanding. This was the path to true liberation. It meant comprehending suffering, its causes, its cessation, turning inward, observing with awareness, transcending dissatisfaction, a profound shift. The middle way emerged organically from his deep, raw, truthful experience, wisdom forged in indulgence and asceticism's crucible. It was the natural path, aligning with universal rhythms, simple, devoid of complexities, and the noble path, leading to suffering's cessation. That evening, under a sky of regal purple and deep navy, Siddhartha sat beneath the Bodhi tree. Stars blossomed above. He folded his legs, straightened his spine with grace, hands in serene balance, every movement infused with calm intention. With resolve born of clarity and compassion, he vowed, I will meditate with a balanced mind, transcending ignorance for enlightenment. His unshakable determination emanated from harmony, clarity, boundless compassion, not hardness or ego, and unparalleled strength. As night deepened in expectant stillness, Mara, temptation's personification, trembled in cosmic realms, sensing his influence's imminent defeat. The world's fabric shifted, responding to immense spiritual energy. The universe prepared for unparalleled awakening.
The path is
a
not
balanced
outside
mind nearing
yourself.
truth.
Have
In later
faith
years,
in the light
the Buddha
that is
walked
within
earth,
you.
compassionately
Truly,
sharing
we are
profound
grateful
insights,
for this teaching.
consistently teaching the path he discovered.
Avoid the two
He counseled,
extremes.
avoid the two extremes.
Walk the middle
Walk
way.
the middle way. It
It
leads to
leads
deep
not
wisdom,
to fleeting
inner calm,
pleasure,
and lasting
indulgence.
enlightenment. Those
The
who heard
path
his
is
teaching
not
understood
one
its
of harsh
undeniable truth.
denial,
The middle way
nor of
wasn't his personal
indulgence.
path, but a
It
timeless
is the
path
middle
for all
way.
beings. It frees the mind from attachment, opens the heart to compassion, leading to suffering's end and supreme peace of nirvana. From that momentous morning by the river until today, the middle way shines as the enduring heart of Buddha's timeless teaching, balanced, peaceful, awakened,